Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. Today we're going to have the second part of the Suffolk military show for you. But before we get into that, I just want to say I've officially started a Facebook page for the channel. There's going to be a link to that in the description below. If you just search Truffles Living History on Facebook, that should just pop up though. And hopefully we can use that as a way to communicate a bit more directly when people want to ask questions, or if someone wants to show me something, they can send me a picture of it there and direct message and all that sort of thing. And when I'm out and about, I see anything interesting, I can take a picture, bang it up there. We can do all sorts of stuff that I just can't do on YouTube really. So Truffles Living History on Facebook, pop over to the page and give that a like, and that would be brilliant. So anyway, let's get on with the second part of the Suffolk military show. Definitely considerably more stuff up this end here. Like all this wasn't here either. Let's have a look at what these guys are doing.
Guard against infantry! Go! Shoulder! Arms! Guard against cavalry! Guard! Shoulder! Arms! Excellent. Adjutant, take morning reports.
Nice to see some groups actually doing some stuff like that. They're all learning on the job, so if they made any mistakes, which I certainly wouldn't know about because I know nothing about that stuff, try not to be assholes in the comment section, I suppose. Speaking of the comment section, guys, please do give us plenty of feedback what you think of the vehicles and stuff, the stuff you like, things you think particular displays look good and stuff like that. So again, all this was just empty last year. Morning.
All right.
We do like a ferret. Lovely little vehicles. See what we've got up here. You're kind of seeing it with me because I haven't had a chance to actually get down here because I'm displaying with my mate Mark. I'll show you our display in a little while. That may even be a completely separate video. Oh, we've got a whole lot. We better have a look around here. Again, it's nice to see displays like this because it's not as common as the World War II stuff. Now this is what you call a tent display. This is smarter than my bloody house is. Certainly makes us an actual double bed. I mean, for Christ's sake. It makes my small wall look like a piece of shit. There we go, we've got some night stuff going on. Suit armour.
Yeah, I was going to say you got a Suffolk coast. Yeah, like confidence of the sort of South Coast and like
They weren't as prevalent. Mainly just the fact that while they used to being able to forge and produce steel was quite much more improved.
So that over there is the shower block, and I mean they're filling stuff up right up the end here. I mean I'm sure the halls in the main field are just because groups didn't turn up, because of all this stuff here there's no way they would have done that. You can certainly see that this is still a new event and that they're still figuring out what they're going to do with it. The layout is very odd, and if I had a big criticism of this place it would certainly be the way they got the layout. For example, where me and Mark are set up, it's very few public come down there because it's just laid out weirdly. I think a lot of people think that's just the back end of the other displays, they don't bother to walk down, which is a real shame. But they're definitely improving and they're definitely expanding. I mean these guys are getting right into it, the Knights did last night. Excellent. And then you've just got the car park for all the people that are displaying with their normal vehicles. So that's it, that's the top of the display. Now we walk back down the other end, there's another load. Then you got right at the edge of the field here, you've got a few people that are like placed up against the woods. You've got a nice little GMC over there. A couple more GMs here. This one with the Ben Hur trailer just arrived a little while ago. It's a nice looking one. But again, I do feel kind of sorry for these guys as well, because most of the public just don't even know they exist. Like, there's a guy over here I actually know, and until the end of the first day, we didn't even realise where he's actually displaying in this marquee at the end here, which is kind of a shame. But they're getting some traction today. Look like it. There's some people coming down, so it ain't too bad. And then we've got another Champ. A couple of Land Rovers, and the one at the end there is nice, that's a six-wheeler. I've shown you that on the channel before because that was with us at the, what was it called? I don't know. We did some show, classic car show at the end of last year in October, which I show you with all the tractors and stuff. And we had this six-wheeler with us there. So that's nice to see that out again. And here we've got another little display, put up a bit of a fence. That's actually not a bad idea. What we got in here, so this is going to be Vietnam era. Got a nice rifle rack, 30 cal. Nice little compound they made themselves. Right, let's go and check out a few last vehicles up here, and then I'll show you the lane, if you want to call it, where we're put down today. There you go, we've got another monster vehicle.
Oh, look at that.
That is a giant truck. And then we're back to the Land Rovers. What we got? So we've got a couple of Land Rovers. Some weird German Volkswagen thing that I don't know the name of. Some more Jeeps. This little bomb tractor is always fun to look at. That might be a tiny thing, but that is unbelievably loud when it's running. Like you can't hear. Oh, the German's off on it again.
No. Sorry.
You alright, mate? Morning. Few more jeeps. Right, let's have a look in this big German camp then. This is an open camp, so you can go in and have a wander around. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Do we capture this one as a spy? Yeah?
Halt! So this chap here, you don't mind being recorded, do you, clearly?
No.
Don't give a shit.
No.
This chap here, he likes to get into the spirit of things.
Yeah.
And we were throwing crap at each other all yesterday across the track.
Absolutely.
Because we're just playing over that side, so you've literally got the Americans looking at the Germans every day.
Yes, and we're going to take their position tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right.
Although that was only the... Is that the British?
Yeah, that was definitely the British.
Yeah. What are they doing there?
I'll have a look around the camp, mate, and get some footage of it all for you. Cheers, buddy. Will you be getting your boxing gloves back on again later?
Yes. Yeah, I'll make sure to put them on later, yeah. And do a little bit of
You were at it for like 2 hours yesterday.
I know, I love it. I love it. No, that'll be a plan later, definitely.
That's a nice tent setup.
I have dental equipment for that, yeah. And then like stuff to use that with.
Right, well, once you get rid of him, you can have a lie down and get that to go.
Yeah. Morning. Cheers. So again, this is a really nice open camp they put together. That one-man tent there, that displays very nice. And they have a good sense of humour, they like to get into it. Which is better than a lot of people who don't have the sort of confidence to be like that chap you just met there. It makes a difference, people like to see it. So let's go and look at the last few bits and pieces. So we've got a few more desert vehicles here. One of the really tooled up desert Land Rovers. And then over there, got ourselves another Jeep with a Bedford. What's this anti-tank gun? 2-pounder? Yeah, I got it right. It's just nice to see some guns because you don't always see them. Then we've got another dingo. And over here we've got the Marine Corps guys.
Yeah.
Morning. Had to come and get a bit of footage of your display for you again. Yeah, people liked seeing it last year.
That was a good one last year, that was. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Well, you see, up that end of the field compared to last year, there's so much stuff. It's ridiculous, and the Vikings and that are getting properly into it up there, doing the drills and the weapons and everything. So the event's definitely expanded, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, double in size.
Yeah, it certainly has. They sort out like the last few like little layout issues, because I think you guys get a bit more traction than us, but where we are, not a lot of people are coming down there at all.
They got these too many gaps. If they didn't have the gap here, they would walk through it.
Yeah, I think there's too many options to turn left and right, rather than just snake from one lane to the next. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Stall down the other end.
Maybe.
They've got to go through us to get any food to go into the stall.
Yeah, well I suppose they're kind of limited by where the bar and everything is, aren't they? So, yeah. But that's getting there for a second year, it's not bad, is it? The what, sorry? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Right, I'll see you guys later. So that lot that do the Marine Corps stuff, they're starting to get to know them. Some of them actually don't live far away from me. I've ran into a couple of them into towns and stuff randomly, so it's all good. So actually, as far as I've had 5 people walk up to the display at this event and say that they watched the channel. So hello to you 5 if you see this video. It was much appreciated getting the feedback. And now we're back to this carrier, which we had there last year as well. German AT gun that we got set up here. This is very nice to see. I don't know how I managed to walk past it on first glance. Look at that. I would love to have the American equivalent of this to pull behind a lot of weapons carrier. Very nice. It's the MG42. That's a serious investment though to do something like that, even if you make a replica one. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of skill to make the parts, probably no more expensive than you've got to have a vehicle to pull it, and a Jeep unfortunately is just not up to the task. So that is basically all of the displays that we've got here this year. So I'm going to just head back to where I'm setting up. Okay, so this weekend I've been setting up with my friend Mark Bailey. He has a one-man band operation. He does big displays, and you can find him on Discover D-Day. So if you search for Discover D-Day on YouTube and Facebook, you'll come up with his stuff. So he has a really nicely activated 30 cal there. I built him a little sandbag side for that. He's got all the cans of ammo. That's my BAR up the corner there. Now you just set up a little fuel dump going on. If I just go around the edge so you see how the public see it. That's Mark there. And then we've got the tent that we stay in, his tent. That's a post-war, I think that's a 50s dated original pup tent, or small wall tent. So that's like the version after World War II. You don't see them very often. And the fly sheet. Right, excuse me, the battery died. So yeah, so we've got the cratage and some radio equipment going on. Then you've got Mark's selection of explosives. A lot of these reproductions he made himself, and a lot of people have bought these from him to use on their own display. So you've got the dynamites and the demo pack. You've got the detonator down there, all the D&Ds and the det cord. If I get out of the sun, might help you see it. Got a couple of German mines there, so we've got a bouncing Betty on top of the can. We've got a concrete mine there, which is something that people don't normally see, and they like to. Well, that's one of the things that gets asked about, is like, what is this? And it's a concrete mine. Some more radio equipment. Where he's got his pigeons, his carrier pigeons in his box. And here we've got these models that he's made of some of the parts of Normandy. So you've got Pointe du Hoc, you've got some of Omaha Beach here, and this is just north of St Mary-Église. So St Mary-Église is down here, and then that shows above that, and that's all done from aerial photos from before that got bombarded. So that would be the map that was used to make the plans. So before, like, Pointe du Hoc got bombed into oblivion and stuff. There you've got a lot of his informational maps, information on the amount of equipment that was used during D-Day, some Army Signal Corps, and a bit about the Army Engineers. And what he tries to make the display more about is like general purpose and services of supply. So you've got a bit of information about services of supply there, and then a really nice map of the D-Day event and the landings. So let me climb under my barrier. So under the old sheet, we've got a nice desk set up with his typewriter, all sorts of little bits and pieces he's collected. He does like to collect his little bits and pieces. Unfortunately, it means you are completely stuck to the display. You can't leave it because there's just so many small things that could be nicked. So I was always roped off. So like, unlike when I display and I like to have the public in and getting hands on and stuff, Mark just can't do that because he's got too many little things and stuff is just going to get nicked. So you have to adapt, I'm afraid. But he has some really nice equipment. Got some heavy equipment bags, they're not very common at all. And we have a nice helmet sink, which we used to have a bath, well not a bath, but a wash. And he's recently built this shower unit, which he's designed to look like it should be suitable for something that might find at a camp. So you can actually have a shower whilst you're at events and keep it all up, and it looks pretty much correct. Sorry. He just needs to cover up his bag. We forgot to close that up today. But yeah, that's his latest addition. He loves to do stuff like that. So let's have a look up the other end. Got a Coleman stove and everything where he set up to make a bit of food. This here, unlike mine, this is an original handcart with its original cover, original ropes. Apparently this was one that was used to belong to the guy that did a lot of stuff with Band of Brothers. I don't know if that was in the film or not. I don't recall there being any of them in the film, and in the series, sorry, actually. And we just got our ammo dump, a couple of duffel bags, they're mine, that's what my bed and everything is in, because as soon as we get up on the second morning I take everything down so there's less tobacco away at night. And then we got a couple of radios, these are mine. Just acquired these a couple of days ago off my mate, the one that owns that GMC that apparently I can't drive for shit. So we got ourselves a BC 1000 and another handy talkie. So here we've got the other side of the little machine gun nest we made. Nice looking little bit of a setup, I think. He does such a good job for a one-man operation, because I've got barely any equipment here. I mean, literally that's it. I've got my weapon and a couple of radios that I bought here and a BAR. You've also got this jerry can that he's converted so it has wireless speaker inside it, so you can get a bit of ambience radio chatter or music going on. And yeah, so this is the sort of display that we have set up when I come to help Mark. Again, you can follow his stuff at Discover D-Day. He's got a Facebook page, which is where he puts most of his stuff on. He does have a YouTube that he's put a few videos on, but he hasn't got around to doing loads on there yet. But definitely just have a look at his Facebook page where he'll post things about the events he's going to and stuff like that. And if you're out at any events where he is, come and say hello, because he'll sit and tell you everything you want to know about anything you want to know on the display. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to come to an end of it there, get some uniform and stuff actually on when my uniform is on, but get my weapon and everything, and enjoy the rest of my day. So if you guys get a chance to come down to the Suffolk show next year, it's definitely expanding, they're definitely working on it. I know it looks quiet here, that's just because the layout stuff is a bit weird, but when you look at the other lanes around us, and especially right down there where they do all the music and everything, it is getting rammed, and it's still early at the event. We've only been open for what, an hour? So definitely come and check out the Suffolk show, help support the new event. It's got the capacity to become something very big. And if you would like the video, and give me a subscribe if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the stuff, I'd be most appreciated. It does give me a bit of incentive, and it's really been nice to meet some people that actually watch the videos.